We got that Papa Pink. We got that Papa Pink. We got that Papa Pink. We got that Papa Pink.
Here we are.
Here we are. 2 weeks later, we are back. It's summer.
Here we go. We're just gonna get into that sweet music. Greetings. I'm Jaylene Clark Owens.
And
I
am Justin Jane.
And actually, you are listening to the tunes of Ill Dudes with their song Terabon. This is a song from an Octoroon soundtrack that they created. An Octoroon is a play by Brandon Jacob Jenkins. And on that play, doing that play, that's where I met that one.
That's where I met
that one right there. That one right there. And we have been engaging in shenanigans ever since. So we thank you. We welcome you to our page. This is our first episode on our Facebook page. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the shenanigans.
That was good. That was good. Jaylene and I are digging deep. We are finding joy. We are finding the light despite it all.
That's right.
And before we begin, we have a few Papa Pank thanks. We want to thank all of our followers out there, you Pank Papas that have been following us for 14 episodes so far. We want to thank all the folks for traveling with us on our to our Papa Pank page. Thank you, Theater Horizon, for sponsoring us for 13 weeks, and then all of those people coming
12 weeks. I realized it was 12 weeks.
12, 13, potato, tomato. We also 132 weeks. We also want to thank Stephanie Raquel with Anonymous Nails. Show them. Wait, have I seen these ones before? Yeah. That feather one is just stunning. I know all 500 of you out there watching this also agree with me, but that feather one is a work of art. And I don't know if you've noticed, but her nails match the background, match the head wrap, match the earrings, match the shirt, match the personality.
I just wanted to be very matchy today.
Matchy.
I felt matchy.
I think I'm matching just a little bit, like maybe like some colors, like the blue. This blue is like a little bit, maybe.
A little bit. Do
you remember like prom and homecoming when you had to match your date? When it was like really important that you were like, are you wearing this? Do you have this?
Listen, Lawrence and I, because I went to prom with my husband. Lawrence and I were matching. I had on my yellow dress. He had on his white tux with the yellow accents. It was if I knew you was gonna bring that up, I would have got a picture ready.
I know. Well, we're gonna show that up next time because you are still doing that to this day. To this day. To this day, you are matching outfits. And also your earrings, yes. Who are those?
Oh, wait a minute. First of all, I didn't plug my girl. So the Instagram, check her out. Anonymous Nails, Stephanie Raquel. Get you some, like you see her talent.
You shouldn't be saying her name because her company is called Anonymous Nails. There's something tricky there.
Is that right? But she is amazing. She did these to match my background and my rap. So she's awesome. And then my earrings. Get into them.
Ooh, yeah. Wait, hold on. We need to take it in. Yes.
And crafted by my cousin.
Yes.
Dalmita Design.
This one I'm writing down because I want some.
Yes, get you some. Dalmita is my cousin. Fun fact, Dalmita is my actual true middle name. I've made Clark my middle name now, but the name I was given is Jaylene Dalmita Clark. And so me, my mother, my aunt, my cousins, we all have Dalmita in our name.
That's gorgeous. Wait, where's Dalmita from? Is that like yeah, it's a family name. So
Yeah, it's my grandfather's last name, so also my grandma's last name, and they're from Virgin Islands, which I was supposed to have just been getting back from Virgin Islands, but alas,
that is a gorgeous name, and I want to hit up Dalmita. Does she sell studs by any chance? Like these?
studs. Huh? I don't know.
I'm gonna look.
Check her out and see.
Check her out. Dalmita, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna support you. And what a beautiful name and a great story. My middle name is Iman, which is short for Philemon, which is my grandfather's name. And I think it's been passed down as well. But I'm all about passing down middle names from generation to generation.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Let me see that makeup though. What? Don't put that. Oh, look at that. Where I want to see this. Oh, what a good eye! Cause she got that eye.
Got that eye.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Who is this? Who are you wearing on the eye and the lip?
2 Black women-owned businesses. You know how I like to promo. Colored Rain. Do I have to pop? It's on the floor. But Colored Rain and Juvia's Place. I've talked about Juvia's Place.
You have.
I just got up onto Colored Rain. Colored Rain here. Colored Rain here.
Wait, I love it. Oh my God, it's so good. That gloss is so good.
Because my lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool.
Cool. I love that song. My lip gloss. What was I going to say? Oh, the Sable Collective. Have you checked them out?
Yes, in the Fashion District Mall. Yes.
But online as well. We'll talk about them in the next episode. But you can check out their shop. I bought so much stuff from them, and there's actually they hold workshops that I've thought about forwarding to you, like writing workshops. But I'm like, she's a writer. Does she need a workshop? She should be throwing a workshop. I don't know.
Both.
All of the above. And surprise, tonight's episode, we will be talking about Jaylene's writing, but that's later. That's later on down the line. We also want to thank, I was in the middle of the thanks. I don't know how we got here. We want to thank all of you tuning in right now.
Yes, all 500 of you. Thank you so much.
You're all there. There's so many. When we moved from Theater Horizon to our own, we got so many followers.
They sit their base over and look, we're because if this is your first time here, we have to tell you that we have a little glitch. So the number you may see of how many people are in the live, that's fake news. That's fake news.
You know what? A lot of people do watch these after we've recorded them and posted them, which is like, hi from the past. Future.
That's where we get our million views.
That's where we get our million views. If you're in the future watching us in the past, I hope it's a brighter day. I hope today for you and for us was a brighter day. Just text us and say it's brighter. And then the future will be like it is. Anyway, we're both Philadelphia-based actors, writers, teachers, actors, and friends. But you know what? Our last episode at Theater Horizon, we had Robin Hood, aka Miriam Hyman, getting these celebrities on our show. So I know we've been gone for 2 weeks, and we will cover everything that has happened since then. But for our fans, we want to talk about Miriam Hyman, aka Robin Hood, just for a sec.
Yes, if you are unfamiliar, if you don't know, you need to know that Robin Hood, or Miriam, is a award-winning actress and lyricist. You can currently see her starring on The Chi on Showtime. She's incredible. She's incredible. She ghostwrites for Lupita Nyong'o. Amazing. And we just had such a great time with her talking about the importance of telling Black stories. We just talked about her career, and we've just seen her. You've seen her on off Broadway, the small screen, the big screen. She's released an album recently, an EP. She's doing the dang thing. So we were so happy to have her. So make sure you check out her episode right here on our Facebook page, or you can go to our YouTube page to watch that recap.
All of our episodes are on both of those platforms. And if you missed them all, I suggest go back, watch them, Daveed Diggs is up there, and he's blowing up right now because of
Ivy.
I missed you. We need to talk, B. We need to talk about everything. And
We appreciate you, B. Thank you for watching with your 100.
just so everybody knows, B is not that dog. That dog is Archie. But I'll let you believe that that's what she looks like. But Miriam, it was like really, really exciting because she's so humble and so down to earth and has a really wonderful sense of like I left having this really wonderful sense that like we're connected, even though you are this Hollywood celebrity, Broadway star, off-Broadway star, musician. It's just like, right, you're talking and going up through the same things that we are here at Regional Theater Philadelphia, and I'm sure anybody else out there in wherever you're doing your work, we're all in the same mix. And it was really nice to hear her sort of talk about her career in the ways that I think of my career. But I mostly love her character on The Chi and her music. She's playing this queer character on The Chi, and no spoilers, she's a very pivotal character for one of the main characters. So you should all check that out. And fun fact, Miriam and I went to college together. And so it's really exciting to be catching up with somebody and seeing where they are in their career all these years later.
Yes, all these years later, like her career is just growing like a fine wine. Speaking of wine, I think it's about that time.
Gosh. When did that start? When did that start up there? Did that start right as soon as I was done talking, or did it start like a beat before?
I can't give you my segue secrets. Justin, I think it's about that time.
Did you know Segway's closing?
I did hear about that.
Okay, and there you go.
Get your glass so we can clank.
It's time for that. Papa drank.
Papa drank.
Papa drank.
Papa drank.
Papa drank. And cheers.
And
cheers.
Arriba, abajo, adentro, adentro.
I want to add at the end of that, mabuhay. Have I ever told you mabuhay? All of my Filipino brothers and sisters out there know this. It means basically like to life. It's like lahayam. It's just like
we will do it.
Mabuhay. Mabuhay. What are you drinking?
I am drinking. Y'all have seen me drink this before. De Leon, but they have a new bottle. Yeah.
That's nice.
This is Diddy's drink. I think I'll probably keep the bottle. Like it's just
just put some sand art in there, like some sand art, like layers of sand art. Do you know what sand art is?
I do know what sand art is.
Fill it with sand art and then put it on your shelf.
I'm gonna put a spirit in there.
Oh, like a soul?
Yeah, great. Yeah.
You're gonna go off in the street, use some witchcraft, take somebody's soul, and put it in that bottle. I know who she's coming after, and I'm not saying it.
What you drinking?
This is a Hawaiian beer called Kona, and this is the Kua Bay India Pale Ale. And I love this beer because it is Hawaiian brewed by people who look like me, that aren't me. But that actually is a good story because did I ever tell you this about when I was doing This Is the Week That Is with 1812 Productions? And we had this moment on stage where everybody's like identifying how they ethnically identify. So the African American was like, I'm African American. The Caucasian was like, I'm a Caucasian. And then everybody like gets to me, and I'm like, oh, one of the actors is like, and Justin, you're, and everybody goes, like this. And from the front row of the audience, a man goes, a Hawaiian. And all of us, our faces go. It felt like it was maybe 5 seconds of that, but it felt like 5 minutes of stage time just being like, did that really just happen? And then we started laughing, and I was like, Asian American.
But thank you for telling me.
Thank you for telling me. Thank you. to combat that, like a couple weeks later, a woman was like, it was so sweet. She's like, 85 years old, and I go, and Justin is, and this woman goes, he's just Justin.
No.
Oh my God. He's just Justin. Anyway,
No.
Hawaiian. I'm drinking a Hawaiian beer, wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
You are. What are y'all drinking, Pank Papas? If you're new here, Pank Papas, our Pank Papas are you, our lovely fans, our supporters. What did you? Oh yeah.
Just type anything in the comments so that we don't feel like we're just alone with our sadness and our anger and our anxiety and our depression, staring at a screen in a basement.
I don't claim that. I rebuke that. I rebuke that. No depression here. I rebuke it.
This is me. I'm owning it.
Hey,
hey! Cheers to your beautiful, joyous selves. My drink is literally Pank, a glass of rosé.
Hey, rosé all day.
Rosé all day. I could really,
it.
These days, I really could rosé all day and have no apologies for it.
Sometimes you got to do. So what else have you been doing these past days? Well, I think that brings us to our next segment. Ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Justin.
What have you done for this past week?
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah.
Well, 2 weeks, actually. We've taken 2 weeks off, so we need to just catch you all up. I need to catch Jaylene up on what has happened the past 2 weeks. Yeah, question in the front row.
Teacher. Yes.
With all the patterns. Yes, you.
That would be amazing.
Sorry, I just need to look at my roster. Jolene.
We have some more Pank Papas who told us their drinks, and I just
I want to know. The party needs rosé. Another rosé with an ice cube.
And we have special guests at Papa Pank, the original Papa Pank.
The original. A red wine buddy wearing my pink socks. So for those of you that don't know, Keith on Allen down there with the glasses has a pink t-shirt
it is a pink sweatshirt.
It is a pink sweatshirt. In my brain and memory, it's like it morphed. The sleeves got cut off. But it is a pink sweatshirt that we are so proud Keith wears all the time.
And when he wears it, we say, there he is, Papa Pank in the flesh.
Papa Pank in the flesh.
Okay. Back on track. We're talking about what we've done for this past week. Oh, wait. Okay, just one more. Literally my last one. Because we talked about Dalmita, and there she is.
Dalmita, okay, you're sipping on frozen blackberry sangria. Hi, Dalmita.
Good.
We have never met, but I want
to met.
I want to know, do you make studs? Like, I like also dangly stuff, but I'm going to go as soon as this podcast is over. I'm going online. I'm looking up your stuff. I love accessories. I love bracelets. I love earrings. I love necklaces. I love glasses. I love fake teeth. I love scarves. I love dyed hair. I love paint. But if Dalmita makes one of those, maybe. Okay, anyway, we are talking about what we've done for the past 2 weeks. Am I going first?
Sure.
Well, yes. So, in case y'all didn't know, the sun's out, and it's glaring, and I've been enjoying it, doing some beach time, Fortescue Beach in New Jersey. I really recommend it, but it has a lot of cons, and I'll talk about that if you want, but I won't.
Oh, great. Thanks for telling us that.
There's a lot of horseshoe crabs, and the tide goes up really high and really low. Like, it's super fast. But if you're cool with those two things, I recommend it. It's also the most racially diverse beach I've been to on the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
So that's a bonus. Minus is you have to like drive through a lot of not racially diverse to get there. I've been running a lot. You've been running a lot too, right?
I've been running. I ran 10 miles.
Oh my gosh.
The first time I was really thinking about making myself a Broad Street Run medal, since the Broad Street Run is 10 miles, and I the first time ran 10 miles.
I think you should still do that. But wait, you ran 10 miles in this weather?
When did I do it? I'm looking at the calendar. I think it's
that rap. That is my first profile rap. That is my first profile turban. Oh, I can't. So there's a story in the world of her rap being called a turban, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
There's two stories.
Two stories. I actually love both of them now. But anyway, there's her head wrap. But anyway, can you just show us the side of that wrap though? Because that is glorious. I want to paint that.
Oh, thank you. I can't see what it looks like from the side.
Well, in the recording,
it's hard doing this. But anyway, okay, Justin. So I ran 10 miles. Ooh, look at your profile. I ran 10 miles. What else you did?
I ran like 3, but it's so hot. But I've been running a lot, which is nice. I've been having not a lot. I had one socially distant block party with my friends Lindsay and Campbell and Jared. We all were 6 feet apart, had masks. It was glorious. We had a little in the middle. We had candles. We ate fried chicken. Oh, it was gorgeous. And this past weekend for the 4th of July, I went camping with my husband and my daughter, and that was just the best. And I've also been seeing this show called Eschaton, which is an online show where it's like all different Zoom rooms. It's by the people that made Sleep No More. It's like really bizarre and really fun.
Okay.
But besides running 10 miles, what did you do?
I've been playing a lot of tennis, getting my Venus and Serena on. And that's how I play the racket.
This is a new move.
That's how I play tennis.
She's really good. Wait, who have you been playing with?
My husband. Me and Lorenzo will get out there. And then some of my guy friends, well, they're his friends who have now become my friends.
Yep.
And it's just great. I actually played with my parents at some point, which was great.
Are they out there watching? Let's pop some Pank.
Oh, there he is. Speaking of my parents,
tennis. Who won?
I'm not sure what this refers to, but yep.
Who won?
Oh, I'm probably talking about the rap. We have to remember our thing is a little bit delayed. Y'all hear us a little bit after we say what we say. So yes. But yeah, I've been playing tennis. I'm on day 25 of being vegan.
Whoa.
Doing 30 days vegan.
All right. 30-day vegan. So on day 5, are you just gonna have a cookout and just like
day 5?
On day 30, in 5 days.
Oh.
Just hold a cookout. It's just a giant pig and a chicken and a duck.
Listen, it's been great. I made me some vegan crab cakes the other day and some cabbage. I should have brought the recipe book over here, but it's called Sweet Potato Souls, Black woman also. And her crab cakes, it was great. And Lorenzo, my husband, could eat the crab cake because he's allergic to shellfish, but this of course doesn't have any real crab. It's actually made from hearts of palm and chickpeas and vegan mayonnaise and some Old Bay. Like, it was really good.
Wait, let me just ask you on the DL about veganism, because every time I've eaten at a vegan restaurant, I love it, and then just gas all day, just farting up a storm. No,
it's been not anything out of the ordinary. It's been great. The food has been good. Lots of salads. It feels good. I probably won't be a vegan like for the rest of my life, but I think I'll cook mostly vegan and then like treat myself when I'm outside. Now,
do you feel like there's a difference in your like energy levels, your mood, your like all of that going vegan?
I don't know. I mean, I feel good. My workouts are good. So.
All right. I applaud you. I love my meat. It is really difficult.
Moving on.
Yes. What else have you done? You gone vegan? Oh, is that it?
That's about it. And they had me tickled pink. Speaking of tickled pink, let me share what's got me tickled pink, okay?
So this is the segment where we talk about what has us really excited or happy in the past 2 weeks, pop culture. So if there's something out there, pop culture, that has you tickled pink, type it and send it to us.
Let us know. Yes.
You tickled pink.
What has y'all tickled pink, but what has me tickled pink? Hamilton is out on Disney Plus, y'all. So, I mean, I'm assuming most of you know what Hamilton is. But if you don't, child, and you have Disney Plus, please go check it out. I sobbed through the entire thing. And it's not that it's like the entire musical is sad or anything, but this is the same reaction I had when I saw In the Heights. I saw In the Heights with my friend Tracy A. Cassius, who saw how I reacted in the Heights and then went to go see Hamilton with the original cast and asked all of our other friends who would they want to go with her, but she never asked me. Her theater friend, her theater, one of her best friends, her theater friend, she did not ask me, but I don't feel any ways about it. But anyway,
watching Tracy,
she is
here. Tracy, just type something in the comments. I'm sorry I didn't invite you. I thought you were busy that day.
She knows I will never forgive her for that, because she saw the show that we saw on Disney Plus. She saw live. But anyway, when I saw In the Heights, I sobbed also through every show, every number, and not because it was sad, but because I was just marveling at the brilliance. And that's what I did when watching Hamilton. It's just like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, Lin-Manuel is so brilliant. Like, what? It's so like the way he did the ROMs and then how he brings it back, and like the people are the actors are so good. Their voices, like, I'm looking like, how did y'all sing this 8 days, 8 shows a week? Like,
what? The dancing. How did you do that? You did not.
Listen, you gotta watch Hamilton. I feel like each time you gotta watch for something different, because you need to go through it one time and just look at the choreography, because the choreography is telling such a good story. Like, and I just sobbed. My husband kept looking back at me like at the end of each number, and I'm just good. It's so freaking good. It's so brilliant. So
we should have those viewing parties where there's like these reality shows of people watching stuff. You don't see what they're watching. You just watch them watch stuff. I think people should watch us watch Hamilton, because it is. I was also just like silently crying. It was just like, my eyes are open and I'm just wrapped, and then all of a sudden there's just tears going down my face.
Because it's so good. And of course, friend of the podcast, friend of the show, David Diggs, our second guest, was absolutely incredible, phenomenal. I see why he won the Tony.
And was on this show. So go back and watch that episode, because I'm just like floored how, again, humble and like kind, and how much he's a part of this community he was in that interview. And it made me so like giddy that I was like, I know that person on that stage.
I was tickled pink, all shades. Yeah. 50 Shades of Pink.
50 Shades of Pink. That's your new poetry book. I bet if you Googled 50 Shades of Pink, something would come up.
What has you tickled pink? Oh, before you share.
Now, Jaylee, good to see you. Tracy, don't try it. Don't try it. It's okay.
But she did say this.
But I know I was wrong. I should have asked her. I do regret that we could not enjoy that show together, because it was amazing.
Like, Tracy saw me in The Heights. Legit, when I came out of In the Heights, I had a headache, my nose was stuffy, and my eyes were puffy and red from crying in every song in the second act.
That's just you when you exercise. So I won't go into that. That's for another episode. But Jaylene does have a condition. She has allergies to exercise, which has me pause when you say you ran 10 miles.
It hasn't been flaring up, so it's good.
All right, I'm gonna lean here next to you. Okay.
Tell me if you're tickled. I don't know why. It's because I crossed my legs.
Me too. I'm crossed on this side, so it's just like hey.
So now it's like we're leaning against.
Is this too triggering out there for all of you social distance people? This is not 6 feet. This is inches. We all deserve a kiss on the cheek these days.
I'm just so thankful that y'all rock with us and watch our nonsense. And like low key, but high key, one thing that has me tickled peg is Justin. And like, cause he knows how to make me laugh in moments where I may be feeling sad or whatever I'm feeling. Justin comes through. Justin comes through with just the jokes, and he makes me laugh, and I truly appreciate our friendship, and I'm really thankful that we in life, like you don't really get, like you gotta really treasure when you get friends.
You have it. You
have to make you laugh.
We need it. We need to laugh. No,
just going on like people killing black people everywhere, every day, and like you just need somebody to make you laugh. So thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
You doing the work. You doing God's work. God's work.
We need it. I am crying right now. I have all the tears. Oh, the feeling is mutual. The feeling is mutual, Jaylene. I don't know. Not enough words. This is the thing that's been consistent. We're here. We've gone through it all every week. And then here we are on POPPA PANK.
Here we are.
You do it without me. I don't even know where I am anymore.
What has you tickled pink? Oh, did I ask you that? No, we didn't.
Yeah, you did. I want to. Are people typing what has them tickled pink? Because that's really what I'm interested in. I did. So when I saw Hamilton, I saw the Hamilton with Paul just now was moving, and I saw the original one with Brett Robinson. She and I were live in the room where it happened, and we were in the Forest Theater, like row all the way in the last row.
Yeah, when it came to Philly.
And I'm telling you, we were sobbing and we were gushing and we were like, we need to stop everything and we need to be in the show. I think we could be in this show. And then when I saw it again, it was really nice to be up close because, you know, from the balcony last row, you're like, the stage is that big. So that was really exciting to be like, oh, that's what their face looks like at that moment, or that's what their body's doing then. But yeah, Hamilton and David. I've been watching Glow Up. Have you seen Glow Up yet?
I have not, and you tell me every episode, and every episode I say I'm gonna watch it, and every episode I forget.
I just think out there, if you're a makeup lover, you should go watch it and learn about like makeup. There's some of the things
I gotta watch.
Well, you're doing good. Your instincts with your makeup is really good.
Oh,
they do this. I've seen this on the show. I've seen that on the show, and everything in between.
Okay.
I do want to share one last thing that has me tickle pink this week. I read Brendan Jacobs Jenkins' play Everybody. This is, did I say his name wrong?
You added another S. A lot, black people do that a lot. We be adding S's to stuff. You said Brandon Jacobs Jenkins.
Brandon Jacob.
One Jacob.
You know, I need to change it in here.
We're gonna fact check ourselves.
I think it's Jacobs Jenkins.
Or am I wrong?
I think
No, I'm wrong.
you have a thing about Clark Owens.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's Jacobs. He got two. He got them S's. He got them.
Everybody out there, it is one S in Clark Owens. One S. Not Clark Owens. Clark's Owens. No hyphen. One S.
A lot of people think I have a hyphen. I don't.
No.
Owens is my last name. Clark is my new middle name. But secretly, as we learned from earlier in this episode, we know Dalmida is also up in there.
So,
gone but not forgotten.
Clark Owens. James Imes. Tasha Canales. Anyway, I don't know how we're here.
Tell us about Brandon Jacobs Jenkins.
Play everybody. And it's just, I think it's a play for our times right now. It's like, it's this, he takes this 15th century morality play called Everyman, and he makes it for now. And all the characters are archetypes. So like there's love, there's everybody, God, death, stuff, kinship, friendship. They're all in there. And they're like pulled from the audience magically. And the language is so surprising. And just like all his plays, he really is pulling the rug out from under you constantly. And it's so funny until it's like gut-wrenching, until you're like, the whole premise is this one character who's called Everybody has to go to God and tell God why they lived the life they lived. And they want somebody to come with them. They want friendship or kinship or stuff to come with them, and all of them abandon them. So they go, and eventually love finds them and is like, I'll go with you to God. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's really profound. It's profound. You're like, right.
Where can people also read the play?
I think you can buy it online.
Okay.
And I highly recommend it. It really rattled me. It was so lovely. Has anybody out there told us what has them tickle pink?
Yes, Paul.
Oh, Hamilton and Justin have me tickle pink and hanging out at the dog park, even though I don't have a dog. Like, just creepy enough. Like, not so creepy. It's just like, hey, I like your dog. No,
Listen, dogs are often a hot topic amongst folks. Speaking of hot topic, that brings me to our next segment. So what's our hot topic for today, Justin?
Go fast through this because I want to get to our Get It and Frank our hot topic today is tips for a COVID summer. So there's a lot of people out there wondering, what do I do? It's a pandemic. How do I enjoy my summer? I'm going crazy right now. And a lot of you out there have already figured this out. So if you have tips for enjoying a COVID summer, then type them in the comments. But I think first, it's like a given. Wear your mask, and stay 6 feet apart from people. And then you can actually do anything. If you, like that's your guiding light, then go see your friends, go hang out in an outdoor space. But I have been getting a lot of pleasure from like camping, from going to the beach, from going to parks, like just doing a butt ton of outdoor stuff that I don't normally do. What are your tips?
Yeah, be socially distant. Exercise is cool. Do a little run.
Yeah.
If you do hang out with a friend, doing so at a park is great because then like you get a little blanket. You all have your own blankets and you chill and relax, play some music.
Wait, where have you been running?
I usually run various places. One of them is Kelly, like along Kelly Drive, MLK Drive, or just in my neighborhood. But if anybody has suggestions for other places to run, let me know. And get tested.
Yes. So I will get there. But I think I've been running at the Navy Yard. Have you been to the Navy Yard?
I have, but not to run.
There's nobody there. So I've been running like with my mask down, and it's been so glorious to just like breathe and not have to worry about that or like worry about anybody. And if you see a person, they're not miles. They're so far away that you can just remask, and you don't have to stop for traffic, which is really hard in the city. You can like find the pace, and it's endless. Like you can just keep running around the Navy Yard, and that's where I've been doing a lot of my running. And the FDR Park is also really good. There's a lot of people sometimes. Laurel Hill Cemetery is also a great place to run or walk. I love that place. It's really hilly. Like if you're wanting
a workout,
if you want a challenge, you're going to be having like a 11-minute mile, but you're like, I'm running as fast as I can. But I agree.
Runs together.
Yes. FaceTime calls, virtual happy hours. Ooh, the house party app. I haven't used that yet. Have you?
I have. We should do the house party app because they have games.
Yup. I played some games with on FaceTime call with Tasha, and I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, and like so when I FaceTime call, I've been able to talk to her once on FaceTime this whole pandemic, and she had a filter the whole time on FaceTime. No, sorry, this is Facebook. FaceTime. My brain crossed wires.
Like she don't got an Apple.
On Facebook Messenger, you can like have filters and play games with each other, and we did that. That was a lot of fun.
You can.
But go get tested. It's really easy, and it's now available. So like not, early in the pandemic, you're like, we should reserve tests for everybody. Get tested if you think you need it. I'm getting tested on Friday, and there's a resource that you can go to, phillyfightingcovid.com right there. These are volunteers that are providing PPE to healthcare workers and also doing free testing throughout the city. I'm going on Friday. I have a couple of friends that did it. It's really, really easy. I tried to call a whole bunch of places and I was put on hold. I tried all day. And then one time I got through to somebody and they were like, yeah, we're not going to test you. And I was like, ugh. So, but Philly Fighting COVID, you go on, it's a simple form. They give you a time slot and you know where to go. You drive through 4 minutes. They swab your nose, they get out, and then in a week you get your test, your results.
If someone knows about testing that involves the swab, let me know because I have been traumatized from the swab up your nose. So if someone knows about the saliva joint, I see some people are getting tested just doing the saliva. Let me know, put it in the comments. But I'm gonna do what I have to do. Like at the end of the day, I will get tested, especially if I travel anywhere outside of Philly. I will work on getting tested. But I had the flu earlier this year and they stuck that thing up my nose. It felt like my brain was burnt. Lord Jesus.
Do you have a brain up there? You do.
Yeah.
You tested negative. But I'm just so like it's spreading again. So go get tested. You might be a carrier and you have no idea, no symptoms. Then you're like, oh, I'm positive. So now I need to just quarantine myself and stay away from people. It's not for you. The test is not for you. It's for other people. So go get that done. It's like your mask.
So get it done. And that's being frank about it. Speaking of frank, that brings me to our next topic. This is the segment where we get frank about something, but we have a song. Getting frank with Papa Pank.
Yeah. This is the segment where we usually bring on we have a guest or somebody, but we're going to be interviewing each other now in these segments throughout the summer. So I'm interviewing Jay Lee. We don't have a lot of time, so we're just gonna like maybe do a few questions.
All right, whatever you got. What you got? What you want to know?
Well, so for those of you that don't know, I'm going to interview Jaylene. For those of you that don't know, Jaylene is an Aldelco and multiple Barrymore award-winning actress, but she's also an acclaimed spoken word poet. So I wanted to talk with her a little about her poetry since a lot of you out there know her for only her stage work, perhaps. So first off, Jaylene, you are being interviewed. You're our guest. Tell us how you got into poetry writing in the first place. I'm
gonna keep my answers real concise because we got 15 minutes. So how did I get into poetry? I started writing. What words? Doing all with words.
Ready for that alcohol. Go on. How did you get into it?
I would just write when I was feeling a certain way. I remember like in 8th grade is when I really started writing spoken word poems. I didn't know that they were called that. I was just writing my emotions. So whenever I was feeling like really angry or really sad or whatever, I would use poetry as a release. So I remember one of my first spoken word type poems was a poem called These Boys. And then we had These Boys Part 2. I used to cuss a lot when I was younger, so it actually wasn't called These Boys. It was called something else.
Oh, all right.
Say what the word was, but I cussed so much in 8th grade. Like, I don't know what. Anyway,
I want to know if your parents out there who are watching knew that you cuss so much. Did you cuss around your parents? No,
absolutely not.
That is fascinating because you are very good at not cussing. I think all of my friends are very, very foul-mouthed. I'm very foul-mouthed, but you are very selective when you use that.
Yeah, I don't typically cuss, but I cussed so much when I was in 8th grade. So a lot of my poems or my little raps were just laced with cusses.
Oh my God, I want to find, do you have these somewhere?
I do. We'll maybe revisit them at one point, but that's when I first started writing poetry, and I like would read them to my friends, and they were like, "Yeah, this is good." And it wasn't until 2005 when one of my best friends, Hollis, hey Hollis, convinced me to do the urban word slam that I was like, "Oh, okay." Like this is a thing that people do. When I did the slam and I made the team, and from once I started slamming, then that really immersed me in the poetry world. And
was there a teacher or like a mentor that you can remember?
I mean, at Urban Word really groomed me in my first experiences with poetry. So some of the teachers, the leaders there, Michael Sorelli, Kay Swift, yeah, just a bunch of folks at Urban Word really
Are
helped.
they still around? Or is Urban Word still around? Do you know?
Yeah, I actually just did a performance, did a poem for them. They had a fundraiser the other day, so Urban Word.
That's awesome. So where do you get your inspiration from when you're writing?
Life. Like whatever's going on, I usually get inspiration from that. Recently, of course, the current events that are happening. A lot of my work is centered around Black folk, Black experiences. So there's certainly been a lot to write about recently. So yeah, just life. Or if I get commissioned to do a poem.
Hello.
I'll do that.
You should. Do you have a Patreon?
I don't.
I really do think you should get one for your poetry work.
Right.
And like you can write, if people donate a certain amount, you could be like, okay, I'll commission. That's a commission, and I will write. I will donate to that Patreon. $25 donation. Do you find there's a relationship between your poetry and your theater work?
Yeah, I always like when I'm going to schools and teaching kids and stuff, I'm always talking about how like for me, spoken word is performance poetry. Like a lot of the same techniques that you use in theater on the stage, the projection, the things you do with your body, that is what I incorporate into my spoken word. So there's definitely, I feel, a connection between the two. And when I get to include my skills as an actress in my poems, that really excites me. And those are some of my favorite pieces to do.
I love Renaissance in the Belly of a Killer Whale. And if you haven't seen it out there, Google it, or we will figure out a way to put it. But you really managed to like combine poetry and theater with that piece. And are you going to be working on anything like that anytime soon?
I would love to, you know, this is
Patreon.
This is a nice reminder, you know, like I do want to write another play that has poetry in it. Shout out to Hollis Heath, Janelle Heatley, and Cheyenne Sapp. Also wrote Renaissance in the Belly of Killer Whale with me. I
love Mr. J. I love that you capitalized you and cuss that warms my heart in a very specific way. As an
For those that don't know, that is my dad.
yeah, we did not know you cuss.
Only, only when I was younger is what I'm saying. When I was younger is when I was cussing back in 8th grade. Today, not so much. Only sometimes. Really angry. Moving on. What's the next question?
I'm gonna jump. Like, what tips do you have for any budding poets or home poets out there? People that are just writing at home right now.
Use it as an outlet. There's so much happening in the world right now. And I feel like I always feel better once I get to write my poetry down and just get it out. It is such a release for me. And now that we're home, like, see if you can experiment with like video stuff. And even if it's just using your phone or using, your computer camera or whatever, seeing how you can play around with that.
But I find it so hard. Like, I sit down to write and then I'm immediately like judging the second like something is in ink. And it's just like, it's so hard to get. I hear like, just put it on the paper and then go back. But it's like, how do you deal with that?
Listen, I be like, I just say a little prayer before I do each poem. I wrote a haiku and I put it in the beginning of my poetry book. How does it go? See, that lets you know I haven't been writing. I need to write. It's something like, I sit down to write. I let the spirit move me. God is in my pen. Something like that. Yeah. And I'm like, listen, I give it to you. Speak to me. Speak through me, Lord. Please let this poem be good. But I also acknowledge that even if I don't feel like it's one of my hottest poems, as long as I feel like I'm being truthful in my work and getting it out, then that's all that matters.
Do you do a lot of, how often do you feel like you get it down and then how much of that first draft stays to the end, do you think?
A lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do that much editing, and it's something that I'm open to doing more of. But usually that's it. Like, once I finally get it done, that's usually it. Maybe I'll tweak a few things.
Do you have like RhymeZone open and like thesaurus open?
Yes. I have my rhymers.com. I have a rhyming dictionary. I have I have the literal dictionary. Like, I got all my things going.
I love that. I love that. Just like, yeah, that's old school. Okay, can you just share an excerpt of something with us? Are you working on anything right now?
I'm always working on something.
Until you get that Patreon up. You're gonna get that Patreon up, and then you'll be commissioned and you'll be working on something new. Let's hear an excerpt. Jaylene Clark Owens.
I can read you the end of my volcano poem. There's a poem that I recently released called Volcano. If y'all want to look at it, it's on my YouTube page. And is it on Facebook? Yeah, it's on my Facebook page too.
I think that's how I watched it. Yeah. Or Instagram. I don't know.
So in that poem, I played 2 different characters. So I'll just read just the end, like the little portion of it. And it's about basically the volcanic eruption that we're having in this society right now. Okay. Once lava starts to flow, it incinerates anything and everything. Nothing has impunity. Unfortunately, sometimes due to detractors and lack of organization, our eruptions burn our own businesses and community, which is not great. It's an unfortunate byproduct of this civil unrest, but we tried doing things proper and peaceful and our concerns weren't addressed. Tried to take a knee for brutality and wound up with one on our neck. This heat is so we don't suffocate from wearing a cop's elbow as a turtleneck. So for the record, damn Floyd's record, this is about cops unjustifiably removing our kings from the board. I don't care if his past was checkered. If you can't face the fire and dismantle the corruption, don't be surprised when you feel the heat of our volcanic eruption. So that's just a small snippet of that poem. It works best when you can see the characters and whatnot. But
I love that poem, and I can't encourage everybody enough to go and watch that. Just like how concise and efficient you are with language is just
Thank you, B.
so good, so good. Please go watch that.
Well, we are nearing the end.
We're here at our last 5 minutes. What do you want to do?
What are some tips that you have? Our Pank tips. What are some tips?
Yeah, we haven't done this in a while. Eat something that brings you joy. Eat something fatty, something gross. That's what I'm going to be doing. And when Jaylene's done with her 5 days, in 5 days after her veganism, she's going to do it. And just be nice. Just be nice. I want everybody out there to just be nice. There's a lot of hatred out there right now. So just chill and be nice.
Speaking of being nice, have empathy. Like, just empathy. If you need a reminder of the definition, empathy is the psychological identification with or very vicarious experiencing of feelings, thoughts, or attitudes of another. So, if you are feeling a certain way, just try to have empathy for other folks. You may not agree with what they have to say, but try to be empathetic and put yourselves in their shoes and see how they might be feeling a certain way, even if it's not the way that you feel. So
that's so well put. I think we're in a historical moment where it's really easy to judge the other or something that you don't understand. And it's real hard to practice empathy, but I think we need it now more than ever. All right. Archie sends doggy kisses to us both. We're at the end. We're at the end. Let us do our freestyle poem. So.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Okay. Wait. Take Pank tips off. We got to get our producer Joshua to get it off there. Pank freestyle.
Yeah. All right. Who's giving who a comment? I mean, a prompt.
I'm always the worst one, so you just need to give me mine so that we can end on a high note.
Listen, it don't mean that mine gonna be on a high note. Let's see. What have we talked about today? We have talked about summer. So summer is your prompt. Summer. Okay. I feel like I've given you summer before, but I can't remember. So okay.
It's summertime. We're all out in the sunshine, feeling all the rays coming down our face. We love it when I have the summer in my soul, my spirits in a jar on Jaylene's pole.
I applaud you for trying to bring it back to the beginning. Back to the beginning.
Just spirits. Okay. Oh, wait. So it's you. Can we do this? Can I say Hamilton?
I knew you was going to do that.
You knew I was going to do
that. Yo. Oh, Lord. Okay. Hamilton is brilliant. To that point, I must concede. They got so many brilliant actors up in there, like Leslie Odom and David. It is an amazing show. I can't even explain it. It is a level of excellency that is inspiring. I wish to attain it. I'm so happy I got to see the show over there on Disney Plus. I guess I forgive you, Tracy, for not calling me up, for not being in a rush. I don't forgive you, though. I already told you I'll never forgive you for that. But it's fine. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much.
That was amazing. You really managed to bring it full.
Did I? I don't know.
So we're about to close out, but for those of you out there, my JJ proverb today is every time there's life throws a lemon at you, go ouch, that hurt.
Great, beautiful words.
Life gives you lemons, say ouch, that hurt.
Great.
We have some personal plugs really quickly. Should we talk about the mess first?
Yes.
You talk about this.
Il Dutes, who we always play at the top and the end of every show. Il Dutes, band member Anthony Martinez Briggs was on the show with us a few weeks ago. They are having their virtual album release, The Let Out. Their album is called The Mess. It's happening this Friday from 5 to 9. So make sure you go check that out right on their Facebook page. Tune in. We have a little here we go. We have a little segment on there. I have a little segment on there doing some poetry. So definitely tune into that. Justin, what you got going?
So on Saturday, July 18th, that's next weekend, I'm going to be with Comedy Sports versus the Wilma Theater with my compatriots Brett Robinson and Ross Bechler. Saturday, July 18th at 7:30 and 9:30. You can check them out on comedysportsphilly.com. We're going to be doing comedy improv. We'll see how that goes. I don't know.
I'm excited to watch that. That should be hilarious. Justin is good at improv, so
maybe
I think it'll be great. All right, I think we've reached the end.
I think that's it.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Huh?
We'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Yes, we'll see you in 2 weeks. So that is July the 22nd.
No, wait, that way.
July the 22nd. We will see you. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. Besos. We love you so much. Please subscribe to our YouTube page, POPPA PANK, and also like us. You're on our page. We thank you so much for joining us. This is our first episode on our own page. And we're so happy about that. So let's just hit you with that theme song music. We thank you so much for joining us. It has been a pleasure. I have been Jaylene Clark Owens, and this has been...
I continue to be Justin Jade.
You continue to be Justin Jade. And we're just so thankful that you joined us today. It really, truly meant a lot. Please tell a friend to tune in. We have so much fun here. We're just grateful if we can make you laugh. If I can put a smile on Justin's face, he can put a smile on my face. It's a good day. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Hey, Lori. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Support the businesses we mentioned: Dalmida Designs, Anonymous Snails, Colored Rain, Juvia's Place. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.